Hey guys, I'm back with another video. This time it's a little bit different. It's more of an editorial. This one's kind of based on how to build up that Instagram account. And what I mean by that is finding those followers and getting those likes that you deserve. I believe every artist, no matter what medium they use, fundamentally we all want one or two things. The biggest thing is to see our art, to have our art seen by as many people as possible. And Instagram's perfect because you can display your art as if it's an online art gallery. And that's what I love about Instagram. I have over 500 pages on there, 500 pictures on there of my toy art. The other thing I think all artists want is for their art to be appreciated. And the best way to do that is to reach out to people who have the same interests. And Instagram is worldwide, no matter where you're at. As long as you have internet, you can pretty much have Instagram and find those like-minded people to appreciate your art, and you can find their art and appreciate theirs too. I have quite a few friends from around the globe that I've made online through this common interest, and it's just great, to be able to talk to these people and see what they come up with. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is quality. And this is the most important thing. And I hope all you guys appreciate the irony of somebody having pretty much the lowest quality YouTube video explaining how to build up your Instagram with, and the first thing I say is make sure it's as quality as possible. But what I mean by this is making sure your lighting is good. And making sure your toys are posed, and making sure your pictures are crystal clear. Nothing will turn off people more than these blurry, pixelated pictures. You got to get it as clear as possible, and having a lighting system is one of the first and foremost things to get that clear picture. You wouldn't want a painter to have all these blurry pictures unless I guess that's what they're going for. So really make sure that quality is there. And you don't even need to buy all this stuff that I have in the background. You can do outdoor pictures. Some of the best ACB artists out there, articulated comic book artists out there, they use like some saran wrap, some foam board, and some hot glue, and they come up with better pictures than I've ever come up with or probably ever will come up with. Plastic Snaps is one of those guys. Just the guy's absolutely amazing. Just takes some aquarium decorations and just comes up with amazing stuff. But the point is, his lighting, my lighting, any good picture is going to have great lighting, and it's going to be as crystal clear as possible. Always be critical of your work. It's the only way you're ever going to be get better. So first and foremost, just get that quality up there. Now, one of the other things, probably the next thing I would probably go make sure you're doing is using multimedia. And what I mean by that is using Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Reddit, whatever else is out there. I don't use Twitter, but actually there are some people that have posted my stuff on Twitter. And they use my Instagram handle just so people know that it's my art and they can come back there. What you mostly use to share my art is Facebook. Facebook has a ton of different groups. There are Marvel Legends groups out there. There's Star Wars Black Series groups out there. DC Icons. The three Minimate groups I use, and these are the best out there, are hashtag Minimate Mob. That's the name of the group. And Mob with 2 B's. And then there's Minimate Multiverse. And there's Minimates for you and me. I also post on articulated comic book art, Toy Crew Buddies, and then there's even whenever I post X-Men book, I find X-Men groups to post on. And what I always do is I always copy the link. If you go to any of your pictures on Instagram and you hit those 3 dots in the right-hand corner where you'd edit or delete, you can select share, and there'll be a copy link, and you copy that link and you go to those pages, and when you post your picture, you hold the cursor down and it'll pop up and it'll say paste, and post the link on there. So when people see your work on something like Toy Crew Buddies or an X-Men page on Facebook, they can click on that, find your work, they can follow you, they can see all your work and really appreciate it. And I've gotten so many people to see my stuff through those Facebook groups. It's amazing. yeah, and then there's YouTube. I mean, I'm making these videos, and I always post a link in these videos to my Instagram, so when people come across these on YouTube, they can come there and see my stuff. Just make sure you use those multimedia groups or apps or whatever. I actually do post some stuff on the toy companies that produce like Mini-Mates. I've posted on Diamond Select just to have those fans see my Mini-Mate pictures, and the actual admin for that Diamond Select group, they shared my whole Instagram page, and there's no better feeling than having the people that make your toys share your work and throw you compliments. It was such a great feeling to have people do that, have those guys do that. The next thing I'll talk about is hashtags. When you post a picture, you hashtag, see this picture, I got Daredevil. What I would hashtag is Daredevil, Marvel Knights, Matt Murdock, Foggy Nelson. I may even hashtag construction set. People like to search hashtags. I love to search hashtags, and they'll see your work. When they search Daredevil or Matt Murdock, here I got this picture, and they go, wow, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty cool. Look at the quality of that. And they'll search it, and they'll come back to your page and see all your other cool pictures, and most likely they like comic books or the action figures, and you'll get a follower, and you'll have another person appreciating your page. The other thing I like to do with hashtags is I like to call this surfing hashtags. So if I were to post this picture of Daredevil, I'll let it sit for a day, and then the next day I'll hit the hashtag Daredevil, and all these pictures that anybody used a hashtag on for Daredevil will have Daredevil pictures. I'd like to do it with Mini-Mates once a week, and I find tons of people who post Mini-Mates, and all of a sudden I'm seeing their cool art. Those same people will see my handle, Mini-Mate Masterworks, on Instagram, and they'll check out my page and see hundreds of pictures of it, and there I've gained a follower, there I've gained a fan, somebody to see my art that'll like it. I do this quite a bit, every day after I post a picture. I just posted 2 Brother Voodoo pictures, and I'll go search all those Brother Voodoo pictures, and I'll find some cool artwork. I'll find some a lot of toy photography. You wouldn't believe how much toy photography you find just searching stuff like Daredevil or Superman or something like that. It's a great way to find other people and for them to find your stuff. And then that brings me to another part. Follow other people, like their pictures if you like them, compliment their pictures. It's so easy to pick an artist up by one little compliment and liking their stuff and tell them they do great work. You'll find people that you follow you back, and they'll like your stuff. I can't express enough to compliment people on their great work. Another thing I want to talk about is frequency. I like to post every day if possible. Sometimes it's every 4 days, but I like to keep my page fresh. I like to post frequent enough to where I'm kind of always around and stuff. And, I don't, and then this is one of the big things about frequency. Don't post too much. I've unfollowed people before because, hey, this dude posts cool toy pictures. And then all of a sudden, the next day, the same person will post 8 pictures in a row of the same figure from a different angle or something. And it's just a huge turnoff because all of a sudden my newsfeed is just clogged up with this one person's picture that's basically the same thing. Sometimes it gets so bad I gotta unfollow people. So instead of posting all of them at once, my suggestion is to save them on your phone and post one in the evening and one at night. I actually do this quite a bit. I get a creative bug, and all of a sudden the ideas start rolling, and they'll come up with like 6 pictures in one night. If I post those all in a row, I may turn people off to seeing nothing but my stuff. And the other thing too is people appreciate your pictures when you're not just throwing them out, every 5 minutes. If you post one in the morning, they see it, they like it, and they really look at it. If they're scrolling through and it's nothing but your pictures, they may skip over 1 or 2, and those 1 or 2 may be real gems. So Honestly, one of my secrets is I like to bank a lot of stuff. I mean, there are times, last Christmas, I did a Christmas special, 25 Days of Christmas special, where I did it's called Christmas Justice, and I actually did 15 or 16, God, I think I did 18 pictures in 2 days when I just had off and had nothing going on. And I posted them, I banked them, so every morning, I could post a picture. And I think if I posted, all 10 of those in a row, people would skip over a couple of them and not see, how great one or two of them are. So that's my biggest suggestion is about frequency, is bank them. Don't post them so much. Just, let them marinate on your phone. And who knows, maybe you'll see something wrong with them and you may want to improve that quality. And even see this play set behind you, I'm probably going to take this and take 6 or 7 different pictures. I actually plan on using it for a homecoming review and picture. I'm thinking of doing a Superman one with it. I'm obviously doing this Daredevil one. And instead of posting all 4 of those pictures in a row, I'm going to let them sit. And I may even post pictures between them just to kind of break it up a little bit with this play set. So that's my suggestion for frequency. The next thing I would like to talk about is being topical. And what I mean by that is posting what's popular in the media at the time. When Wonder Woman is coming out, I'm excited. I'm anticipating this movie, and so is everybody else. There's so many people, so many comic fans, and so many movie fans that they'll search Instagram and check out those hashtags and look at all the Wonder Woman stuff because they're hyped and you're hyped. And those pictures will inspire you and motivate you to post cool pictures. I posted 3 Wonder Woman pictures, and I picked Ares because he's a villain in the movie. And at first I was just afraid, what am I going to come up with? But man, I posted 3 pictures that just absolutely turned out amazing. I do it when the next Netflix shows drop. When there's aliens, I pull out the aliens and I look at them and I think about it, and all of a sudden the creative juices just start flowing. And everybody else wants to see it. They're excited too. I'll be posting Spider-Man Homecoming pictures this next week and a half because I'm excited for it. Everybody else is excited for it. So just try to be topical with it. And another way of being topical is new toys. When stuff drops, just comes out. Recently the Walgreens wave hit with Proxima Midnight and all these other characters. Everybody else is excited for these new figures that they just got, and I'm excited for it. So I usually take new figures and I'll post pictures of them right away, just because everybody else will really appreciate it. And the other benefit to this is people are going to see those figures and they're going to be like, wow, those are pretty cool. They just hit the shelves. I think I may buy them. They're fresh on the shelves. People will see them, and you may motivate somebody to become a Mini-Mate fan, or a Legends fan, or a Icons, or Star Wars Black fan. I just, and not only does it help, not only are you getting somebody into something cool that you're into, but it helps the toy companies. If you can't tell me when I post these pictures, or somebody else, there's a awesome Instagrammer named Planet of the Mates, and he just did some pretty darn amazing, Pirates of the Caribbean pictures. I have no interest in buying those, but after seeing his amazing pictures, it only motivates me to want to actually buy those figures, because he did such a good job. Now, I would have never bought any of those. I think there's 6 packs, but now that I've seen his pictures, and they're so damn cool, and those Mini-Mates look so cool, I'll most likely pick those up sometime when I'm just, feeling like spending a little money, or I see them on, on the shelf at Toys R Us. I may actually buy them, and that is good for everybody. It's good for the toy company. It's good for you because that toy company can keep going. And Diamond Select has been making Mini-Mates for 13 years, and God, I hope they keep going for another 13, 20 years, So that, that's the topical. So now, the other thing I want to mention is keeping your Instagram page focused. And what I mean by that is, my page, my Mini-Mate Masterworks page, is nothing but Mini-Mates. When people come there, they know they're going to see nothing but Mini-Mates. They're not going to see pictures of my family. You know, because really my family doesn't really want to see, a lot of them don't want to see pictures of my toys. A lot of my fans don't want to see pictures of my family, and I don't blame them. All the pages I follow on Instagram are toy photography pages. I do follow a couple biking and a couple weightlifting, a couple models, but other than that, all my pictures are nothing but toy photography. If somebody out there is posting like 10 pictures of their family and 3 pictures of their toy photography, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to follow you. I'm not going to see pictures. I'm not on Instagram to see pictures of your family. Friend me on Facebook, man. I will friend you on Facebook if you're cool, and I'll see pictures of your family, and I'll appreciate it, because that's what my Facebook is for. It's where my parents are at, but Instagram is nothing but my toy pictures. And Instagram allows you to have multiple accounts. So really, I actually have 2 accounts. Obviously, one is Minimate Masterworks. The other one is called My Other Toys, appropriately titled My Other Toys, because I wanted to start posting some G.I. Joe and some Legends and some icons I've been buying. And it's actually my_other_toys, just a shameless plug if you want to check it out. It's pretty cool. I don't post it very often because I'm all about the Minimates. And I'm actually thinking of taking on a 3rd Instagram page about my bicycling. It's my other biggest hobby is biking. But keep those separate, because, you know, I will go back to those people who post more family pictures and toy pictures, but I may miss some pictures. I may miss 2 months of pictures, or maybe I forget about it altogether. But since they give you the option of having multiple accounts, I just suggest having an account for toys, an account for your personal life, an account for, maybe your other hobby of woodworking or sewing or whatever your thing is. Just keep it focused on those toy photography pictures. So the only other thing I can say is, when you see other people's work, compliment them. Be kind to them. If you need tips on quality, ask them. Most people are more than happy to answer. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you guys have. So this is my video on building up your Instagram page. If you guys have any thoughts, any tips on anything I'm missing, any opinions on anything, if you hate the idea of me surfing hashtags and you think it's dumb or shady, let me know. Just take some time to make a comment on what you think of all this. I hope it helps you guys out. More than anything else, I want to see all you guys succeed. I want to see some awesome toy picture pages out there. I want to see stuff that's better than mine, because I can always use more cool toy pictures, and I really like to see what those creative minds out there come up with. So I hope you guys find something useful out of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit like, please hit subscribe, and check out my Instagram page and make a comment. I'll check yours out, and we'll see you guys around. Keep an eye out for more of my editorial videos. I'll probably do some on my least favorite Minimates, something negative to kind of be fun and rip on some crappy Minimates. I'll probably do some on my favorite Minimates, and why they're the best, what I think the best action figure line out there. But anyways, thanks for checking out my video. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell, and we'll see you guys around the web. Thanks for checking it out.